Yeah, okay. See, I just want to show how to create a user. At the same time, I just want to show what's the security implementation going in Fusion HCM application. And at the same time, before starting the security concepts as well as how to create the user in the application, I just want to say why Fusion HCM, why not others? Okay, let me introduce a few things. Coming to Fusion HCM, in Fusion HCM there are three types of flavors. People used to call it as flavors, okay, or else people used to call it types. You can call anything. The name is both are same. What are the three types of Fusion HCM application is? One is SaaS, PaaS, and last one is IaaS. Okay, not only in Fusion, if you go for Workday or any other applications also, and most other applications, these are the three types of flavors available in that. Okay, if it is an ERP module, ERP application, obviously these three types will be available. On top of these three, there is one more model called, one more type or flavor is called on-premise model. Okay, these are all cloud models. Coming down, what I just want, I'll be discussing about cloud models only. Why? Because Fusion HCM is basically a cloud model in which these three are there. First of all, let me give the abbreviations. SaaS is nothing but software as a service. Okay, and whereas coming down, PaaS is nothing but people call it as platform or product. But the exact one is platform only, but people use it to call product also. There will be no much difference between if you call that is a platform or product. Okay, you can claim platform or product as a service. Lastly, we are having IaaS. IaaS is nothing but infrastructure as a service. See, sometimes there might be some spelling mistakes, please don't mind. Okay, see, in SaaS or PaaS or IaaS, what Oracle will give is Oracle will give some URL. For that URL, there will be some username and password. Okay, in which we log into the application by using this username and password. And as a developer of that application, we have to configure the application the way the client needs it. Okay, that's the work we need to do in SaaS application. Okay, there are some differences between SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. I'll let you know the differences going forward. But in all the applications, Oracle will give some URL in which we have to log into the application by using this username and password. Okay, and we need to configure the application the way the client needs. Okay, sometimes the client may directly approach to Oracle, or client may approach to some third-party developer. In the sense, maybe the client may approach to Infosys or Cognizant. So there are so many other companies who use service to the Oracle. Okay, client may approach to service companies. Maybe client may directly approach to product-based company. Maybe Oracle here. Okay, depending upon we may be working in any company. Depending upon if you got any project on Oracle. What Oracle will give is Oracle will give some URL, username and password. We have to log into the application. We have to configure the application the way the client needs it. That is different scenario. Let me list out the differences between SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. See, in SaaS type of service, Oracle will give the cloud to some 3 or 4 vendors. It is a shared cloud space. Okay, it's a shared cloud. Okay. That cloud space might be used by maybe 3 or 4 vendors also. Okay, more than 2, and if the cloud space is used by more than 2, it means that it's a shared cloud space, and it might be used by maybe, we are not sure. Okay, since it's a shared cloud space, here we'll not be having any write access. In the sense, we can't create something new in the application. If client wants to leave, since it was shared by 3 or 4 clients, because of that reason, a single client wants to create something new in that particular database, cloud database, he can't create that. Why? Because this is shared by 3 or 4 clients. That's the reason create something new in the application. Because of that reason, something new cannot be created in the database. Customization is not possible. Intense customization is not possible. What Oracle has given, that has to be used by the client. Okay, intense customization is not possible. Okay. Along with that, whereas in there are some other differences. Whereas in PaaS, this is a single private cloud space. PaaS and IaaS, even in PaaS, even in IaaS, it's a single private cloud space for each client. Okay, because of that reason, this is cheaper. Sorry, this is costlier than SaaS type of application. Since it's occupied by a single client, they can create something new in the application. Whatever the
I think the voice was broken down.
Yeah, even I'm also not able to hear.
results functions, as well as if you want to create any new pages, if you want to create something new that can be created in PaaS application as well as in IaaS application. Okay, here in SaaS application, whatever I said, database centers, okay, as well as PowerPoint centers, okay, uh, everything. PowerPoint centers. In the same way, there will be something called operating systems. Everything will be taken care by Oracle. Okay, they will give some access, shared space, shared cloud space to the client. Everything will be there with the Oracle. That's the reason here all the database maintenance activities will be taken care by Oracle. Database maintenance activities will be taken care by Oracle. Whereas in PaaS and IaaS, the entire platform or product will be there with the client. That's the reason they have to take care of database maintenance activities. These database maintenance activities has to be taken care by client only. Even in IaaS, the entire infrastructure will be there with the client. That means that even the DBA activities has to be taken care by client. Okay. Out of 100% of clients, let's consider for as of now Oracle is having 100 clients. In that 100 clients, 80% of clients will be choosing SaaS only. Okay, 80% clients will be choosing SaaS. Why? Because SaaS is cheaper. At the same time, no headache of taking care of database activities, database maintenance activities. Everything will be taken care by Oracle. Okay, and it's very cheaper when compared to PaaS and IaaS. Because of that reason, somebody pinged me. I don't know. Okay. Sorry for that. Because of that reason, in the sense, it is cheaper because as it is a shared cloud space. At the same time, it is no headache of maintaining the database. As per these two reasons, every client will prefer to go for SaaS. If the client needs intense customization, if they want to do more modifications in the database, then they has to go for PaaS or IaaS. Okay, if the client whatever the functionality was provided by Oracle, that may not give satisfaction from the client. If that is the case, if they are having that much budget, at the same time, if they are interested to modify the entire functionality of what Oracle has given, then they can go for PaaS and IaaS. Okay, that's the basic differences of all these things. If you work in SaaS type of application, there will be only two types of jobs. One is uh, functional developers. Other one is technical developers. What functional developers will do, what technical developers will do, that we'll discuss going forward. But let me say about PaaS and IaaS. Whereas in PaaS, since the database maintenance has to be taken care by the client, here DBA jobs will also be there. Database administrator jobs will be there. Database administrators as well as functional developers. Obviously, technical developers should be there in the in the company in order to do some technical reports or technical extracts, something like that. Okay, I'll be discussing what sort of jobs with what sort of works will be there for technical consultants and functional consultants. It might be developers, it might be consultants. Okay, you can call it anyway. Whereas in IAS model also, all these three types of jobs will be there. But as of now, for Fusion HCM, in Oracle Fusion HCM, more number of SaaS type of jobs are there. In SaaS, there are more number of clients using SaaS application. That's the reason more number of jobs will be SaaS type of clients only. Very few. Even I said 80%, it might be more than 80%, but I had given 80%. Whereas in IAS and PaaS, it will be something like 10 to 15. PaaS will be some more number when compared with IAS, 10 to 15, whereas it might be 5 to 10 only. Okay. These are all the list of differences between PaaS, IAS, and SaaS. Any questions till now? Priya, Ramesh, Sandeep? Okay, fine. Let me, as part of this demo, let me create a new user account creation. This is not the initial setup. Okay, obviously when Oracle handed over the application to any client, obviously they will create one new user, and they have, using that user only, we have to create new users and everything. Okay, but how to create a new user, I'll let you discuss now. New user creation. Okay, from that, as I said, in any application, a URL application, and that for that URL there will be username and password. Okay, let me minimize these things.
I'm not able to view the screen.
Is it Prakash?
Yeah.
Are you there? Just a second, Priya.
Yeah.
Prakash, are you there? Yeah, that screen visibility not in my hand. It has to be taken care of, Prakash. The admin.
Yeah, because I can only see the home screen, that is go to meeting screen. I am not able to see the dashboard.
Oh, is it? Maybe I'm the same page.
So my question here is, Sandeep here.
Yeah, please say something.
So there are three types of flavors that you have told us. That is SaaS, PaaS, IaaS. So what does it means? Like it's SaaS means it's a cloud based. So again, the PaaS is cloud based.
Yeah, PaaS is also cloud based, but in SaaS type of application, it is a shared cloud space. Okay, it will be shared by 3 or 4 times, more than that. Okay, as it is shared, we can't create something new. Okay, we will not know that which particular new object was created by which client. For that reason, Oracle will not give any write access to the application in SaaS type of model. Whereas in PaaS, it's a private cloud space. Even IaaS is also it's a private cloud space. Okay. Get me right?
So what is the additional thing for IaaS?
In IaaS, the entire infrastructure has to brought to the client. Okay. Means that it is very costlier. Okay. There will be no much differences in PaaS and IaaS, but in PaaS, only product will be there. Whereas in IaaS, the entire infrastructure has to be brought up. Okay, but I'm very sure that Sandeep, nobody will ask about PaaS, what is IaaS, and what is SaaS. Okay, that's not technical, but we should be knowing what are the different types of applications in the market. Okay, but I'm very sure that nobody will ask about these questions, but it's better to know what is SaaS and what is PaaS and what is IaaS. Okay, IaaS is nothing but infrastructure as service. It's abbreviated as infrastructure as service. Inside this IaaS, the entire infrastructure will be there. I will show one particular slide for you. Give me 1 minute. One PowerPoint presentation. In that, what will be there in IaaS model? What will be there in cloud model? That will be figured out. I think I don't have that slide. Actually, IaaS in the infrastructure as a service type of model, there will be more access to the client itself. In the sense, even operating system access will be there for the client. That means that if they want to do something, if they want to create something new in the operating system also, they can do, they can create in the operating system itself. There will be more access to the client. Whereas in past, there will be some restrictions to the client. Whereas in SaaS, SaaS model, there will be no access to the client at all. So that's the basic difference. Okay. Do you get me, Sandeep?
Okay. Okay.
That's fine. Coming down, let me try to create a new user in the application. For that reason, I just need to log into the application by using this URL and password. Okay, I have some URL. The URL is this. I'm just using that URL. I'm having the password. I know the username. I'll directly type in the username here. HCMIL. Control V. See, I just logged into the application. It was just coming into the landing page. Okay, once I log into the application, it will open with the landing page. If you want to modify this landing page also, you can modify that by using some personalization. Those things will be discussed going forward. But as of now, I'm just clicking the home page. The landing page is not yet open. It takes time to open the landing page. Let me click on the home page as of now. Okay, I'll be discussing about all these icons going forward. Okay, I just click on the home page. When you open the home page, you can able to see some tiles here. Okay, you can able to see some tabs. Inside each tab, you can able to see some infolets, or even you can call it as a tile. Okay, anything is fine. Infolets or tiles. Okay, each infolet is maybe related to a particular workspace. Okay, maybe related to a particular workspace. Okay, if I click on service, it is having some tiles or infolets which go for a particular task. Okay. For creating a new user, we can go to the particular task in two ways. By clicking on this navigator window, if you click on the navigator window, you can able to the same sales services in table view, whereas it's a tile view. Okay. Same service me procurement is there, right? The same things you can see here also. Sales service me procurement. For creating a new user, we need to go inside tools. We need to click on security console. Okay. The navigation is tools. Inside tools, you need to go for security console. Okay. After that, see, when I open this particular page, it opens some warning. Why? Because I have to run one particular program every 24 hours. What program? Where I need to run? The program name is Input User and Role Application Security. Okay, let me copy this program name. Okay, let me show where this program has to run. I'm opening a duplicate tab. How to move this? We have to open the same tools. Inside tools, we are having one more option called schedule process. Okay, if you open this particular task, I can able to run that particular program. What's the program name? Import user and role application. The purpose of running that particular program is to make the users created users and created new roles in sync with the application. For that reason, we need to run that particular program. That will be auto scheduled every 24 hours. I mean, if you schedule that will automatically run for 24 hours. Since it's a demo application, nobody scheduled it. Okay, let's click on schedule new process, paste it, or else click on search here in this down arrow button, search for that. Control me and click on search. it takes a little time to display that particular program. Why? Because this list might be having numerous programs. That's the reason it takes some time. Yeah, I got my program. Now select that program, click OK, and click on OK one more time. Okay, it will throw some other options. Click on submit. I need to run that program, right? I just need to click on submit and click on OK. By that process, my process will come into list. So my process is import user and role application security data. Okay, this is running as of now. See, if this program was ran, if I open this particular page one more time, it will not throw any warning message. As of now, click on OK. If you click OK, and if you want to do whatever you want to do, you can do it. Okay, thereby it's not an issue, but it was saying that this program has to run every 24 hours in order to make the application sync with the new users and new roles. Okay. As of now, I want to create a new user. For that reason, I'm going for users tab. Okay, click on add user account. Okay, I need to come for users tab. Click on add user account. Since it's navigation, the navigation will be displayed in this format. That's the reason I'm writing in that way. See, let me give some first name. Shiva Kumar. When I give the first name and last name, automatically the username came into picture. How it came is there was a setup in user categories that the username generation rule should be first name not last name. That's the reason it came automatically. I'll show that particular setup going forward. Let me give some password as of now. Welcome. Save and close. See, you have created your user, okay, but you didn't add any rows to the user. What will happen if you log into the user without adding the roles? Okay, let's see that. Let's first search whether your user was created or not correctly. Yeah, my user was created Shiva.Kumar, username is Shiva.Kumar, and I said that right. When you give the first name and last name, automatically username get generated because in user categories there is a setup. That is, you click on edit. The username generation tool is first name dot last name. We are having other options called email. If you give the email and the username should be the email, if that is the case, we have to give email. Person or party number. Sometimes the username is something like person number itself. What is person number? What is party number? Those things will be discussed going forward. But just keep that in mind. Even if you want to keep the username or the person number or party number, you can do that. Okay. Cancel it. I'm just canceling it. Any questions? I'm not listening anybody's voice. Anybody is there or not?
Yeah, we are there. No question from me.
Thank you. Let me go into other section again. Let me log into the application. Okay, I'm just opening Internet Explorer. Let me close this. Okay. See, I have just used the other application, other search engine to log into the application. Taking that URL, and I'm taking the newly created user. Go for users. Shiva. The username is Shiva.Kumar. Log into the application with his additions. Okay, just having a look on the password.
Can I ask you one question now?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So I have a one question that you are telling us like creating user the basic thing like we do in just hiring of employee in other tool as well, right? Like a end user, what we used to do. Like let's say suppose a new hire request comes up and we update in our system. So this is the thing, right?
No, new hire is a different process. If you are hiring an employee, if you're hiring a person in the sense, you are making some employee as part of your organization. Okay, you are giving some salary and you will be giving some benefits to him. But this user creation is different. Okay, I am creating a user in order to implement the application, in order to develop the application. This user is different and that user is different. That is an employee, that he might be contingent worker, he might be pending worker, he might be non-worker. There will be a relationship with the company. That is an employee relationship. That might be that there will be some work relationship. Okay, but here this is different. Okay, I'm just creating a user who is of uh, who will implement the application. Okay, you getting me right?
Okay, so you mean it is the testing phase that let's say suppose we have an application and post live this will updating a user or creating a user will happen like what we do now, right?
Yes,
In this
it
trend.
is not in testing phase, it is in development phase. Okay, we are the developers, we may be the implementers. Okay, we are not the end users of the application as of now. Okay, we have to think in a way that we are not the end users, we are the uh, implementers or developers of the application. Okay, as you are a developer, you will not be the part of the organization. You are just created before implementing it. After implementing the application, you might not be having any username in the application. Your user details will be disappeared. Okay, get me?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, let me see. As I came, let's just log into the application using Shiva.Kumar. I don't have access to this landing page. Why? Because he's not having any rules. There are some security issues. There are some security constraints on the page. But because of that reason, the landing page was not properly displayed. Okay. And coming to the home page, it will say, hi, Shiva Kumar. Good morning, Shiva Kumar. And I'm having only access to very basic things like me. Inside me, I can access the social networking page. If I click on this page, it will again ask for username and password. If I give the username and password, it will lead it to some page where I can see some information about Oracle. Okay. This is of no use. It's a social networking page where I will get some information of Oracle. And in the other thing in tools, I can able to do some set preferences, approvals, and reports and analytics. If you are a manager, you will be getting some notifications to do some approvals. Okay. But as of now, you are just a user. You will not get any approvals for sure. You will not get any notifications for sure. And here, set preferences. In this page, you can do some preferences that I want to see the date format in this way. My regional language is in English. We can do some set preferences here. Even if you create your Facebook account, you'll be doing your preferences that I should be shown for only the people who are my contacts, something like that. And even for WhatsApp also, you can do some setups, right? In the same way, you can do some setups even for this page. See, I want to see my date format in MMDDYO format. If you want to do something like that, you can do some set preferences here. Okay. Number format should be like this. My currency is this, and you can do some preferences here. This is of no use. Okay. Whenever your user was created with no roles attached to him, you will be having only such access. Okay. Let me click on the home page. But where for this user, HCM MPL user, I'm having access to different tasks. How it came is because of security constraints that Shiva Kumar user is not having all those tasks. What type of security is implemented in Oracle Fusion is RBAC model security. RBAC is nothing but role-based access control. Okay, role-based access control. Okay. Depending on the roles,
I have a
yeah, please.
sorry to interrupt. I just want to know, is there any contact role that has been assigned to the user once you created it, or is there absolutely no roles that are attached to it till the user is getting the options that you just showed?
Yeah, absolutely. No roles will be attached if you are created as user. If you are created an employee, you will be having employee role. If you are also a manager, you will be having line manager role. Okay, those are the setups we have to done exclusively. Okay, there will be some auto provision rules. There are some auto provision rules whenever an employee was created. For him, automatically employee role should be added. As an employee, I should be capable of rising in absences, submitting the timesheets, seeing the pay slips. All those activities have to be available for the employee. For that reason, uh, if I am an employee, for me, if I'm hiring as an employee in the organization, automatically employee role will be added to him. Okay, but as for a user, no role will be added automatically. We have to add some roles exclusively coming out of into the application. Okay, let me show it to you. I have created my user, right? Where the user is.
So you mean to say that if I create an employee, user will be by default created, or should I create it separately?
If you create an employee, okay, for him, automatically to create a user account, we have to do some setups. We'll discuss going forward those things. Those are enterprise related setups. Okay. Even for whenever you're loading the data also, there will be one particular flag. Okay, if the particular flag is checked as white, automatically the user will be created automatically. The user account also will be created automatically when you're loading the data for if you're loading the data for 1 lakh employees at a time. At that point of time, for all the 1 lakh employees, the user account has to be created automatically. We have to give one more value for one field. Okay, that will discuss going forward. Okay, uh, we can create automatically when you are creating an employee. If the user account has to be created automatically, we need to do some setups at the enterprise level. That will be discussed going forward. Is your question answered? I don't know your name, Ramesh.
Yes. Yes.
Let me go into the application to add some roles to the user. Okay, I can't add the roles from the shiva.com. Okay, why? Because I don't have the consent task. I need to go for HCM INPL user. Where I need to go is I need to go for the same navigation. Go for tools. Inside tools, go for security console. Inside security console, I need to check for the user for whom I need to add the roles. Add user account. Okay. See, associated person type is none. I have created the user. Sorry. I've already created the user, right? Just click on the user. Okay. After creating the user, I just need to search for that user and open that user. I have to add some roles. Obviously, employees. Whom should be something like resource manager and human resource analyst, as well as human resource specialist. There are 3 types of jobs. If you are a human resource manager, RC. Okay, let me add 3 jobs. I'll list out what are the different types of roles available in the application going forward. But as of now, these are three job roles. Okay, manager is one job, analyst job, the specialist is other job. These 3 are 3 job roles. Okay, let me add those roles by clicking on. Check for the roles. Resource manager. See, when I check for that role, I am able to find 3 roles here, but I need to use the role which started with ORA. Okay, this is the seeded role which was developed by, which was created by Oracle. And this is past role who started with pair, and Oracle is no more using this. That's the reason you have to use ORA. And this is copied role underscore copy. This is the copy of this particular role, per human resource manager job, and this is per human resource manager job underscore copy. This is copy of this particular role. We have to use the role we started with ORA. ORA per human resource manager job. This is the Oracle seeded role. Add role membership. In the same way, add other roles also. Analyst or a per human resource analyst job. When I'm adding that role, you can see in the background. In the same way, specialist or a per human resource specialist. I want to add this role only. This is past role and this is copied role. Add this role. Okay, I just added 3 roles to the person. Okay, 7 rows. Okay, click on done. Once if you click, once we add the roles, click on done and come back to this page. To just make the changes reflected to this page, just sign out and sign in. Okay, sometimes whatever the changes you have done, that will not be reflected as soon as possible. For that reason, you have to just sign out and again back sign in. Okay, Shiva Kumar, right? Shiva dot Kumar. Password is welcome one. See, previously I don't have tasks like my client groups, benefits administration for this Shiva.Kumar user. Okay, now I got these tasks access. Why? Because I have added some roles where I can see the other employees data. Since you got access to my client groups, you'll be having person management screen where you can search other employees data. Let me do from here.
Shanmugh, is the resource manager same as line manager?
Line manager is different. Resource manager is different. This is who is your manager like I'm getting too much noise from your end, buddy. Okay. Line manager is something different and resource manager is something different. Okay. Let me click on, see in the my client groups, if you are having the access to my client groups inside this person management screen, you can able to find all the employees data. For example, I want to find the employees whose name starts with A or AA. Okay, in general, I need to give two letters here in order to find any data. That's the reason AA percentage. Whose first name or last name starting with AA, those all names will come into the picture. Around James, around Scott, B. Karika. Arika is having AA, right? That's the reason. This is the last name. Arika is having AA. That's the reason it came into picture. I got all the employees whose name starts with AA. Okay, if he is having access to person management screen, then only he can do that. Okay, the same access Shivakumar got it after adding these 3 roles. Okay, as a human resource manager, I should be capable of seeing the data of other employees in the organization. Okay, and see, Shivakumar is not having access to some. Let me go and search in HCM here. In HCM user, I'm having access to setup and maintenance, manage configurations, edit pages, edit global page template. I'm having access to all these tasks as HCM user. Whereas Shiva is not having access. Shiva Kumar is not having access to that. Why? Because the consent paths are not added. Okay. If a person is having access to setup and maintenance, he or she will be called as functional setup manager. Functional CTIONAL, functional setup manager. Why? Because if a person is having access to setup and maintenance, if I click on the setup and maintenance, inside the setup and maintenance, you can able to see all the modules a client has taken license for, has taken the license. See, compensation management is there. Okay, client has taken license for all these modules, compensation management. It's a demo application, right? Here I'm able to find all the modules. If I open some client application, let me open some client application for the sake of better understanding. EI See, even RP is having setup and maintenance. It means that this RP user is functional setup manager. Since it's a client application, right? This client has taken license for only 3 offerings: recruitment and candidate experience, workforce deployment, and workforce development. Not only that, since he is a functional setup manager, he can access all the setups. If I want to do setups for benefits, I can search for that particular thing, define benefits. Okay. Then inside benefits, what are all the setups are there? I can able to see that. Okay, benefit rules, benefit repeating rules, benefit balances. There are 36 tasks inside this. I can able to access all the tasks. Since I'm a functional setup manager, how I will get function, how I will become functional setup manager is I should have access to setup and maintenance. Okay, how I will get access to setup and maintenance is I need to add application implementation consultant and application implementation manager or admin. Anything is fine. Okay, if you add any of the roles, it will become a functional setup manager. Okay, see here, and if I want to do configuration for absences, just check for define absences. Okay, you can able to find the setups, all the setups related to absences. Okay, there are supporting setups related to absences. See, that access is not there for Shiv Kumar user. Why? Because he is not the functional setup manager. He does not have the consent roles to him. Okay, to get, I should be adding these roles here, these roles to this user. Go for setup and maintenance. See, if I go for client application, this is my client application. Go back, click on done. If you go to offerings, I'll let you know what is offering and everything in the same class. Give me some time. See here, I am able to see 3 here. Let me go back. Here I'm able to see only 3 setups, 3 offerings: recruitment, candidate experience, and workforce deployment, workforce development. Why? Because client has taken the license here. What are the other offerings where you can see the other offerings? You can see here: compensation management, customer loyalty, customer data management. All these offerings are here. In this, only enabled offerings are workforce deployment enabled, and coming down, workforce development enabled. Other one is recruitment and candidate experience. That is, oh, I clicked on that. This is also enabled. If you go for any income, that is disabled. That will let it come, not enabled. Okay. If you go for compensation management, that's not enabled. Why? Because the client has taken license for only 3 offerings. Okay, let me click on done and let me close this page. Whereas in my demo application, I can able to see access to all the modules, in the sense for all the offerings. You go for actions, and if you click on go to offerings, okay, I can able to see that everything is enabled. Compensation management is enabled, customer data management is enabled, everything is enabled since it's my demo application, Oracle demos. Okay, that's the difference. In for demo, we'll be having access to all the applications, whereas in client, what particular offering he has taken the license, for those offerings only he'll be having the license. For those offerings only he can do some configurations. Okay, any questions? Who are all there? I don't know. Priya, as Ramesh, and Sandeep, any questions?
I have one question here that is not related to the class. See, this sessions which we are taking right now, do we get recorded sessions, or how is it like?
Yeah. You can. Yeah, you will get recording session for sure. You will get the recording. Okay.
So how is it possible for us to practice this?
I'll give the application access also for you.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, let me conclude the class in under 15 minutes. See, let me add some roles to him in order to become Shiva also a functional setup manager. Is how to add the roles? We need to go for this HCM IMPL user. Click on home button. It's taking time, please wait. I need to go for the same navigation. We need to go for tools. Inside tools, you need to go for security console. We need to check for the user for whom we need to add one more row. Actually, 3 rows. Go for user tab. Search for the user. Shiva, right? Shiva.kumar. Okay. Let's add the rows what I just said now by clicking on edit. Okay. Add row. Human, sorry, application implementation consultant. Okay, here also I'm able to see four rows. I want to use the row which is started with ORA. Here other is there ORA, but it is a copied row. Okay, don't use copied row. Try adding the actual seeded rows. Okay, add row membership. Click on search for manager also. Manager. See, I just want to add the row which is started with ORA. Once we add, that will be added in the background. The same way, administrator. If you don't add, also no worries, but add it. Okay, ORA, which started with ORA. Click on done, and click save and close, and click one more done after this page. Okay. See, previously I don't have access to setup and maintenance and everything to Shiva user. Now that will come into picture. Sometimes you need to sign out and sign in, and sometimes by clicking on refresh also that will come in. The changes will get reflected. Okay, I just click on refresh. Now we got the setup and maintenance, manage configurations. Whatever is there for HCM Mindful user, the same are available to this user also. The same way, if I want to create a new user from HCM Mindful user, in tools, I should be having security console, right? For Shiva.user, I don't have that. To get that, I need to add one more role. Okay. How these roles, the security concepts, how it will come into picture, how we can know these things is that will come up with the experience, or you need to go and check Oracle documents. Okay, we have to go and refer Oracle documents, or you need to have some hands-on. Thereby also you can know those things. See, if you want to know what is the difference between human resource manager role and human resource analyst role, we can do that. Okay, what role should be exactly added to a particular person to get a particular task? That can be known by comparing that, and we need to see what are there inside this each role. Okay, let me give some list what each role is consisting of. Basically, there will be something like function security policies. Okay, what is a function security policy? First of all, what is a function security policies? See, you are accessing a page. That means that a page has to be created automatically. Previously, the page has to be created. How these pages are created, that we don't need to bother about. For creating a page, you might be using ADF, Application Development Framework, or OAF, Oracle Applications Development Framework, OAF. Okay, Oracle Applications Framework. This is different and this is different. Okay, it might be developed based upon JET, Java environment time framework. Something is there. I didn't remember the abbreviation for it. But as of now, most of the pages are developed by ADF and JET. Okay, all the pages are some functions. Okay, functions in the sense when you open that particular, or when you click on the particular link, it has to open the particular page. Maybe if you click on hire an employee link icon or a comment, we are having different things, right? When I click on set preferences, this has to open set preferences page. But how it is opening is it might be having some functions in the background. Okay, functions will be there, procedures will be there. Okay, all these combinedly called as function security policies. Okay, along with that, we'll be having something called data security policies. Okay, we'll be having these two. On top of function security policies, we are having something called privileges. I'll let you know what is privileges and everything going forward. but consider there will be privileges. On top of these privileges, there will be something called aggregate privileges. Aggregate privileges. Okay. On top of these aggregate privileges, we are having something called duty roles. On top of duty roles, we are having something called job roles. We have directly added these job roles to the user and had shown you the impact on the application. Okay. On top of job roles, you'll be having data roles. Data role is a combination of job role plus security profile. We're having 10 types of security profile. I'll be discussing those things going forward. Okay. On top of data roles is the topmost role, but we are having some other roles called abstract roles. Okay, these are the whole list of roles. Okay. Abstract roles, data roles, job roles, duty roles, aggregate privileges, function security policies. Okay, I'll be letting you know what each one is in detail going forward. Okay. I just want to conclude the demo class by letting you know what topics we'll be covering in our demo class. I mean, in the entire course. Okay. Let me come to this page. We'll be covering core HR. Functionally, we'll be covering core HR, payroll, absence management, and security. Okay. Technically, we'll be covering HCM data loader, how to load the data. Okay. And HCM spreadsheet data loader. There will be two types of loaders. If the data is less, maybe 1,000 records, then we'll be using a spreadsheet data loader. If the data is in lakhs or in millions, then we'll be using HCM data loader. Okay. And how to do some modifications in the pages. Okay, to just modify the look and feel of the pages, how to do that? We can do that by using personalization using sandboxes. Okay, and coming down, you are having something called workflows and fast formulas, BI reports, ODBI reports, and HCM extracts. All these technical components will be covered. If as you are a functional you want to know something more in functional aspects, maybe if needed, I will reduce some technical aspects. Okay. I'll add some more functional concepts. Okay, coming down, this is the first page how it look like, and I already shown you in the application how the page looks like. Okay, that's all about this demo. And I need to talk about some other things like what is the recent version of the application. Those things can be seen from here once you log into the application. If you click on this about this application, you can able to see the application version name. Okay. I talked about how this application versioning came and what is this 11.13. Going forward. But as of now, that's for today. We'll talk. If everything goes good, we'll talk tomorrow. Okay, not on tomorrow, maybe on Monday. Okay. Any questions? Priya or Ramesh or Sandeep?
So you have shown this level. The fourth
Sorry?
thing that in your previous two slide, there was two things mentioned, that is functional and techno-functional, right? Can you go to that slide? Okay. So in functional module, in this like Oracle Fusion HCM module, we will cover core HR, payroll, absence management, and security, right?
Correct.
These things will be covered, right?
Correct.
Okay. And and I have another question. In today's market, there are three HCM modules are trending. That is Workday, Oracle Fusion, and SAP Factor. And all these three are again into cloud-based. So if we compare with all these three, so uh, is Oracle Fusion is better? I'm a little bit confused. That's why I ask you.
Yeah, see, let me put it here. In Workday, see, in Oracle also there are three SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS. For Oracle, SaaS is having better options than Workday SaaS. Okay, Workday also having SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS models, but Workday may be better in PaaS or IaaS model. But coming to Oracle, SaaS is the best option. Why? Because when compared with Workday or PeopleSoft, SAP, or Pega, any of these ERPs modules, Oracle is better, cheaper than all these applications. And the other thing is, if you work in Oracle, there will be more scope. Why? Because The front end and back end database for Oracle is Oracle only. If you go for PeopleSoft, again, PeopleSoft is the application. The back end database is again Oracle. Even for Pega, some of the clients, the back end database is again Oracle. Okay, I don't know about Workday, but even for as far as I know, Workday back end database is again Oracle for some of the clients. I'm not sure. You might be aware of that. As you have, as you have access to, as you have worked on Workday and some. Am I correct?
Okay.
Yeah. You also
Actually, I
worked on
saw this
Workday.
new Workday is complete now trending, and there is a like in Workday also. I just heard from many more people that now there is a new demand of Workday. That's why I mentioned these things.
Yeah, that is true. Workday is having good demand. But if a client wants to take the workday, it is very costly. You might be aware of that. To learn the workday itself, they will charge more than 3,000. If you want to have a better understanding on workday, how to join a better institute, where they will charge more than 3,000. I have seen some institutes which cost 1 lakh also to learn workday. Okay, but for Oracle Fusion, they will not charge more than 30,000 or 35,000. Okay, to learn workday
Okay.
itself, 1 lakh. To get the product, it will be more than, I mean, it will be huge cost they are going to spend. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Priya. Yeah, Ramesh.
So I have one doubt here. On the
Okay.
technical module, you have mentioned about the fast formulas, BI reports, and all those things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, how, how is it like? Do we have hands-on this, or it will be like a recorded session for this too?
See, right?
Mm-hmm.
To be frank, my classes will be more than 2 hours. Okay. I will be giving from the scratch. I will let you know how to write a fast formula, how to write a BI report. I'll let you know the tables and I'll give some SQL knowledge also. I will give some work for you. Go through that. I will make you write SQL for you end of day. Okay. I'll
Okay.
give in-depth knowledge on BI reports and in-depth knowledge on formulas. Okay, and even
Mm.
SQL extracts. If you once complete the course, you will be having feeling that I can develop some extracts, and I can develop some BI reports for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can assure you that.
Yeah. Okay.
Ramesh, any questions from your side?
So the demo instances that you said you will be providing, how frequently is it refreshed?
Yes. I'm directly working in Oracle. Every application will refresh every week. Okay. Since I'm directly working in Oracle, I can give the password as soon as it is refreshed. Okay. Within 1 or 2 hours, I will be giving that as I'm working in Oracle. Okay.
I have another question.
Mm-hmm.
So, as I'm a part of this training, so I just want to know that to become expertise from scratch to expertise. So, how how much time required and to become a professional or like to crack the job interview, all these things.
That's all depend upon the efforts you put here. Okay. I will my teaching will be same for everybody, but somebody may got job maybe in 3 months, maybe in 4 months. Somebody may got job after 6 months. All that depends upon the effort. Somebody does not got the job at all. Why? Because there should be some zeal in you, that the zeal has to be carried over for next 5 to 6 months. If the zeal is not there, after learning the class, if your gene is not there, I can't assure you that you may not get the job. Okay, I can't give the 100% assurance that you will get the job. What I can do is I'll give training, I'll make you perfect, I'll make you perfect in technical and functional aspects, but I can't promise you that you'll surely get the job. Okay, your gene has to be in such a way that has to be prolonged for next 5 to 6 months. If you maintain that gene for 6 months, I can assure you that you will get a job. Okay,
Even if I
maybe
don't have, even if I don't have any prior experience in
No, you don't
HCM
need
even?
any prior experience, buddy. Okay. What you need to know is you have to put your efforts in learning the technology. Okay. As we are having 6 years, we can happily put some 3.5 years experience without any hesitation after my training. Okay, I can't say that you can. I can say that I can't say that you can put 10 years of experience. Oracle came into picture in year 2011. Okay, it came into the open market in year 2011. You can't put more than 9 years, obviously. Okay, and I request you and I suggest you not to put more than 4 years. Okay, please put some 3 years or 3.5 years. That will be better. Okay, put some other experience. Don't put Oracle Fusion same experience. Okay, if you want, you might be 10 years experience, but you have to put some other experience instead of Oracle Fusion. Okay, is that clear, Priya? Why? Because you're a 10 years experience candidate, right? That's the reason I want to give clarity for you.
I didn't get it. What is it?
No, what I'm saying, right? As you are a 10 years experience candidate, you can't put 10 years of experience in Oracle Fusion. Why? Because the Fusion came into picture from 2011. Okay, that's the reason the versioning name is like this. If you see here, you can see the version name.
Yeah,
When
I've
you keep
seen that.
about this application, version was released in the open market in the year 2011. Can't say that I'm having 10 years of experience in Oracle sector. Okay, you can say
So
that I'm having experience in other Oracle domains or Workday domains, other ERP technologies, but you have to say that I'm having 4 years or 5 years or 6 years. You should not say 10 years. Why? Because so personally, having 10 years experience in itself in Oracle domain. Okay.
so we will have a tenant access as well.
Yeah, I'll be giving.
So I just
It's
want
for
to know that,
Workday.
like, let's say in your base there are 10 people are there, so all the 10 people can access to tenant in one go, or there need to be phase wise, like once
Yeah,
someone
I'll
is
be giving separate access to every candidate. I'll be giving access to every candidate. Okay, or else everybody access the same application, the same user. Okay, that's not be a problem. But I'll let you know whether it is a separate access has to be given, or the same act be helpful for everybody. Okay, I'll let you know going forward. If needed, creating users for everybody.
okay.
No more any question? Can I conclude the class?
Yeah, sure.
I just
Yeah,
have
bye for the.
hello. Yeah,
Ramesh,
sorry for that. I have a question. Am I audible?
yeah, some disturbance is coming from your.
I have a question regarding the person search page that you had shown.
Can go into it, going
For
on
the
this.
for the
Let me go
user that
and
you
explain that
created
simple. User that I have
in
created. Yeah, that user cannot be
in
seen here.
the Shiva's login, can yeah, I know that user cannot be seen, but Shiva is a HR. As you said, you added the HR role, right? So if I want to search for a person with a particular language skill system, will I be able to search this?
Actually, your voice is completely break. Can you please repeat that? Can you please repeat what you said at the last?
I think he is trying to understand how we can search a person with certain skills. Is that it? Because
So let's say Shiva, I'm asking that if Shiva wants to search
If you want to search that,
for
up
a
to that only, no, you're not completely. I mean, you're recording. Sometimes you are able to. I'm able to present you, sometimes I'm not.
it's okay, let's park it for later. Thank you.
Yeah, see, simple here. If you want to search something with some certain skills, you just search in the keywords. For example, I want to find a person from Germany. Okay, if that is the case. If any person is there in Germany, I can search in here. Germany. Okay. If no results found, I don't have any find person who is having from Germany. That's the reason no results found. Okay. In the same way, you can add more fields to this vector search page by clicking on advanced. Okay. You can add fields. Okay, only what you can search is you can add that field and you can find some data belong to this field. Okay, did I answer your question?
I wanted to know how is this updated?
No, your question is not completely understand for me. Did you get hello? Did you get the question?
I want to know how the keyword is updated.
Oh, for this we are having one program. We have to run that. Okay, having a program update such keywords. No. Okay, we need to run that in doing process.
I got it. Thank you.
Okay, fine. Yeah, bye for the day.